Go. Okay. So with this live stream, I will be talking about what NASCAR has, what NASCAR, or how the season of NASCAR went so far. So far, so we're going to begin with Daytona. Daytona, it was pretty good, except when Jimmy Johnson crashed. That was pretty bad. I really didn't like when Jimmy Johnson crashed. And then towards the end, Chase Elliott was leading, and then Truex passed Chase Elliott, and then Truex ran out of gas, and then Larson got in first, and then Kurt Busch just like steamed through Larson, and then Kurt Busch came into winning the Daytona 500. Atlanta. At Atlanta, it was mostly for Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick was dominating at Atlanta until with 10 laps to go after his pit stop, he got a penalty. And that was probably the end they thought it was the end for Kevin Harvick. And then Kowalski was able to hold Larson off to win the race. Las Vegas. Las Vegas was pretty good. Martin Truex Jr. won both stages, and then he also won the race. But then coming into the final lap, Kyle Busch made contact with Joey Logano, and then Joey Logano got loose, causing him to get into Kyle Busch and spinning Kyle Busch. Phoenix. Phoenix, pretty good race. I cannot believe it. Ryan Newman, since 2013, was his last win. I can't believe it. Ryan Newman, Richard Childress Racing, is back for another round with a chase. So, but with 5 laps to go, Kyle Busch was leading, but then Logano hit the wall, and Kyle Busch he also punched Logano, but then Logano he avoided it, and then Scoochie just tackled him to the ground. And then moving on to Phoenix, with 5 laps to go, Kyle Busch was leading, but then Logano hit the wall, and that caused Kyle Busch to come in the pits, and then it caused him to be in 5th place on the restart with 2 laps to go. Newman got a great jump. Stenhouse accidentally got loose. He spun the tires, and then he just got into the 42, and Newman won. Auto Club. Once again, pretty good race. Pretty good race. Kyle Larson finally wins again after he came so close at Phoenix on the final lap in turns 4. He kind of got into Ryan Newman, but he didn't have enough. Now, we're moving on to Martinsville. After the end of when it was coming in to the last lap of stage 2, Kyle Busch was about to pass Austin Dillon, and that will cause Stenhouse to to use a lap and caused Austin Dillon to get back on the lead lap, but then Stenhouse flipped Bush. He got him loose. He got his lap back, and then Chase Elliott just steamed through Kyle Busch side by side. Chase Elliott got the stage 2 win. And then Keselowski got the win later on. And Kyle Busch came a little bit close, but he still finished second. That was good for him, and the points are pretty good. Now going to Texas. At Texas, if you probably already know Dale Jr. fan Lundquist, Dale Jr. got a top 5. He got his first top 5. So with 17 laps to go, Jimmy Johnson was closing the gap on Logano, and then he just hold on. All right. As I was saying, with 17 laps to go, when I was like 17 laps to go, Logano, okay, with 17 laps to go, Logano was leading, but then Jimmy Johnson closed the gap on Logano. Jimmy Johnson got to the and then just passed him, and then he won the race. And Kyle Rush and eventually, so they didn't have that much tires, and Johnson had more pressure tires than Logano did. And then at Bristol, there were some wrecks, pretty big wrecks at Bristol. Junior even, pretty sad that Dale Junior crashed. But Jimmy Johnson back-to-back wins at Bristol. Get into and then Jimmy Johnson he came back to back, and he's never won at Bristol in a long time because he was a pretty bad at Bristol in the past. Was pretty now Richmond, they had this new rule where if you go over the commitment code, the commitment box, you get a violation penalty. What happened at the end of the race? Logano Logano blocked Kyle Busch's sights in the commitment box against Lionel Texas. And then before that caution happened, Junior got into Johnson. And I was like, what? How how can they be enemies? Okay, and then after at the end, Logano ended up getting the win, and Keselowski ended up getting second. But when Logano got that win on Thursday, NASCAR officials announced that Logano win didn't count. It was incumbent because he had a penalty. He still finished first. His win still counts in general, but not towards the playoffs. That's what an incumbent win is. Talladega. Talladega. Oh man, that was a big race. Talladega, with a couple of laps to go, a big wreck happened. Chase Elliott, AJ Allmendinger turned Chase Elliott, and then Chase Elliott went spinning, and then he almost got upside down, and then AJ Allmendinger got upside down, and then they called him with Logano, Keselowski, Truex. So many big wrecks at Talladega. And then Ricky Stenhouse at the end, he was able to pass Kyle Busch on the last lap, but then he was fighting. He was trying to block Kyle Busch, and he actually came in a really close finish. Kyle Busch came up close, but he couldn't came up close enough. And then Ricky Stenhouse won at Talladega, Kansas. After stage two, on the restart, after a couple of laps, Logano got loose, flipped Danica Patrick, and then Danica Patrick hit the wall, Logano too, and then Eric Almirola just bashed into Logano and Danica, and then it caused him to have a back injury. And then everybody was praying for Eric. Hashtag pray for Eric. Now, it's time for the All-Star race. The All-Star race, pretty good race. Even though Jimmy Johnson didn't win $1 million, he ended up finishing third. And then, and there's already 4 watching now. Good. Then after Kyle Busch ended up winning the All-Star race, he won his own $1 million. He won his $1 million. Then Charlotte, Coca-Cola 600. Near the end of the race, Truex, Jimmy Johnson, he actually ran out of gas. Austin Dillon ended up passing him, and then Austin Dillon's crew chief thought he was out of gas too, but then he had very little gas left to hold up Kyle Busch. It was so close. Kyle Busch was so close, but Austin Dillon kind of got enough. Just a little bit of gas, so he got enough gas to win. Then at Dover, there was at overtime at Dover, Jimmy Johnson was holding a lead into overtime, and then when they passed the overtime line, the caution came out for a big wreck with Austin Dillon, Jamie McMurray, I think, and Danica Patrick got 9th place. I was like, what? Wow, impressive by Danica Patrick to get a top 10 finish. Jimmy Johnson ended up winning the race. Now we're moving on to Pocono. Pocono is not bad. And when Jimmy Johnson wrecked, I was like, come on! I wanted to get his 4th win. and even Jamie McMurray. That was a pretty hard hit by Jamie Johnson and Jamie McMurray. And then on the restart, Kyle Busch didn't really get the restart he wanted, and then Ryan Blaney passed him, and then Harvick was closing on Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney kept walking in. It was a pretty good drag race, and then Ryan Blaney held him off to win the race. And then moving on to Michigan, this was at the almost the end of the race. Ryan Blaney got a little bit loose. He got a little bit loose, and he kind of piled up with a little bit of drivers. He kind of got loose. He kind of like backed up a little bit, and then it made the Daniel Suarez to get into Derek Patrick, and then we have to go into overtime, and then Carl Larson got a pretty good jump, but then Chase Elliott wanted to get the win, but it wasn't enough. Carl Larson, second win at Michigan. Now we're going to Sonoma. At Sonoma, it was a pretty good race too. It was a pretty good race with Kevin Harvick winning the race and so much drama. Well, so much drama. But the one thing I was really mad about was when Dell Jr. got loose, and then he just collided with Larson and Danica. Well, Danica didn't get that much damage. Kevin Harvick, pretty good win to lock himself into the playoffs. It's been quite a while since Kevin Harvick got a win until now at Sonoma. And now moving on to what was the next race? Coke Zero. The Coke Zero 400.
You're a good boy?
Yeah. All right. Now moving on to the Coke Zero 400 at Daytona. During the middle of the race after stage one, there was a big wreck. It involved Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Harvick, Logano. It was a huge wreck. Austin Dillon, Martin Truex, big wreck. And then after there was a big battle between Ty Dillon and David Reagan, AJ Allmendinger. But before that, Kyle Larson got turned by Ricky Stenhouse and he hit the wall and he went airborne right over Ricky Stenhouse's head. I was like, oh my goodness. I've never seen a wreck before like that. And then at the end, Ty Dillon was trying to hold off until here comes the boy. Here comes your boy Stenhouse. He actually he actually made it 3 wide. He passed, not really 3 wide. Nothing. Okay. Now, and then Ricky Stenhouse, he ended up winning the race on the final lap. And Boyer finished second. He was trying to hold off Boyer, but then Palmer was trying to go past Ricky Stenhouse, but then Ricky Stenhouse ended up winning the race. Now we're going to move on to The one and only Kentucky. I didn't really like that race because Martrix Jr. kept winning stage wins. I still like Martrix Jr., but I don't like when he keeps getting stage wins. He has like 15 stage wins. And then he ended up winning the race, Martrix Jr. And then on the restart of, and then on the start of stage 2, I got really extremely pissed. Jimmy Johnson wrecked, and he collided with Kozlowski, and I wasn't really happy. And then the overtime line, I thought when the caution came out before the race ended, I was like, oh my goodness, is somebody else gonna win instead of Martrix Jr.? But no, Martrix Jr. ended up. I thought like Chase Elliott was gonna win maybe or something or someone else. But Martrix Jr. won. Now getting on to the next race. Went to the next race was after, I think it was New Hampshire, I think, yeah, New Hampshire. New Hampshire was pretty good. Denny Hamlin finally got his win. Denny Hamlin team Joe Gibbs Racing finally one of their members got a win. Finally one of the drivers got a win. Pretty good win for Denny Hamlin. He was battling the Larson family, but Denny Hamlin ended up getting a win. Alright, so now we're moving on to now moving on to Indianapolis. Kiss the bricks. Kiss the bricks. Indianapolis, big history track. During like it was a rain delay, so I had to wait an hour to walk to it, and then after like stage number 2, I believe after stage 2, on the start on the after stage 2, on the start of stage 3, well, which is all the way to the finish. Truex got loose and clipped Kyle Busch, and then they both got out of the race. And then Matt Kenseth took the and then after and then after and then after and then after they were pretty upset. Kyle Busch's team was pretty upset. They almost got into a fight. His crew members, Kyle Busch's crew members, and Truex's crew members. And then during the end of the race, there was like a big wreck between. There's a huge wreck. Clint Boyer got loose, hit Kurt Busch, and his hood like went all over his window. It was crazy. And then after on the restart, Kyle Larson got into the wall and caught a little bit on fire. And then on another restart, Jimmy Johnson got a little bit of a flat tire, or he got a little bit of a problem. He was smoking a little bit. His car was smoking. I thought he blew like an engine. I thought he was done until he made it 3 wide, and he tried to get through Keselowski and Kane, but then he just spun around and then hit the wall. Dang it. Maybe next race. Not really though, because you already watched the next week's race. This week's race. And then During the end, on the restart for NASCAR overtime, there was also a wreck. He lost off the field. Great. And then on the restart, there was a wreck between Denny Hamlin and other drivers, but then Kasey Kahne actually passed the overtime line to win the race. 2014 is his last win. Hashtag Kasey Kahne Beast in 2017. Kasey Kahne Beast 2017. Now the last race this weekend at Pocono. Last weekend at Pocono, the last race that I'm going to talk about and review. Pretty good until Jimmy Johnson at like almost the middle of the race spun out, and when on lap 1, I was like, what? A wreck on lap 1? You gotta be kidding me. Tom Menard, Matt Kenseth got wrecked, but Matt Kenseth, he got into the top 10 in almost the middle of the race. And then after, in stage 2, Quinn Boyer won. Quinn Boyer won his first stage win. And then towards the end, Kyle Busch was leading with a couple laps to go. The white flag waved, and then he just steamed through the finish line to win the race. Finally, Kyle Busch wins. Finally, Kyle Busch wins. So that means it's 2 wins for Team Joe Gibbs Racing. All right, questions time. All right, first question. It's okay. Let me think. Okay. Well, I don't know. One question in my brain. Let's see what it is. Okay. What is the weather in your area? Sunny, and it's 30 degrees Celsius. Next question. Where do I live? I don't want to tell you. Sorry. Okay, let me think. Okay. Hang on a minute. Okay. Take your time to think of a question. Okay, I have one. Okay. Read it. Let's say it. Sorry. Have you seen Cars 3? Yes, I have seen Cars 3. Uh, yeah, did you see Cars 3? Because I did. It's a good movie. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. With all the action that looked like NASCAR. And yes, I've seen it on July 1st. Okay. I've seen it. Second day in theaters. Yep. Oh, I don't have a question. Ask me some questions. Okay. Kozlowski or Joey Logano? What are you talking about? You know, NASCAR drivers represent, the Joey Logano, the NASCAR drivers. Both. I would say Joey Logano. Joey Logano. Um, uh, um, I would say Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch a pro level. Kyle Busch, I know. Kyle Leonard. Okay, we can name that. You can ask veteran questions too. You can ask about. Oh, it's okay. You can ask about retired drivers too. All right. I'll take Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch was kind of better than Edwards. Um, um, Jason, Jason Elliott, Jason Elliott or Jimmy Johnson. Jason Elliott or Jason Elliott or Doug Johnson. He's my third favorite driver. Chase Elliott. He's a pretty good guy, but he comes so close in some NASCAR games. I want to Jimmy Johnson, which is better? Obviously. The profile pic for YouTube. Obviously, Jimmy Johnson. My profile pic for YouTube is 2017 48 logo. Ooh. I'll ask which better than that one is, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I have to eat in 5 minutes. So sorry, I have to eat in 5 minutes. What's your last question with the stream? It's like they're gonna call out. It's obvious. Oh, it's it's okay. I'm going to stop right now. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming right now. Okay, it was appreciated to do this stream to like talk about the reviews and ask questions. But now it's time for me to end it, end the stream right now. So please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Please like this stream. It was really good. And please leave a comment below of what's the next stream I should do. I think there's gonna be a stream tomorrow. Type in the comments. Type in the comments what stream you want me to do tomorrow. Wait. Type what stream you want me to do. Type in the comments what type of stream you want me to do tomorrow. Okay? Alright, thank you for watching. Bye. Type in the comments, okay? Thank you for watching. Peace out. See you tomorrow.